Big hello to everyone who are watching this video. Today's topic is partnership accounts introduction. Why partnership? It is easy to set up through an agreement. It is tax free. Share of profit from the partnership firm is exempt from tax under section 10 clause 2A of the Income Tax Act 1961. Easy exit. A partner can be easily exit from the partnership firm through a formal letter. It can be easily dissolved. More persons, more capital. Whereas in sole proprietor there will be only one person, the capital will also be less. In case of firm, the capital will be more because of more partners. Okay, we'll talk about the definition of partnership as defined in section 4 of the Indian Partnership Act 1932. Please concentrate more on the definition, it is very important. See, very easy. Two or more persons come together to form a business and to share profits or losses in the ratio agreed upon, carried on by all or any of them acting for all. In this definition, only 3 points are very important, and those 3 points will only consider the definition, that is, two or more persons, business, share profit or losses. Anyone will look into these 3 points in the definition, and if you concentrate more on the definition, you will get all the features of the partnership. When someone asks what is the feature of the partnership, it's nothing but it only come from the definition. How I will bifurcate, please concentrate. See, two or more persons, first point, two or more persons. See, number of partners, okay, minimum 2, maximum 50 or 100. 50, what is 50 and what is 100? I'll explain. See, as per section 464 of the Companies Act 2013, what it said? It said no association or partnership can have maximum number of persons as defined in Rule 10 of the Companies Miscellaneous Rules 2014, but it shall not exceed 100. Understood? I will explain again. Please concentrate. Section 464 said no association or partnership. No association means body of individuals, association of persons, anything. Any association should not have more than 100 partners. But it should follow Rule 10. You will follow what Rule 10 said. If Rule 10 said 10, you have to follow 10. If Rule 10 said 90, you have to follow 90. If Rule 10 said 110, you have to follow 100. Understood? I think you understood better. But in 1956, Companies Act 1956, the rule will be the maximum number of partners is different. It is 10 or 20 in case of non-banking and banking companies. That was changed now to 50 or 100 in the Companies Act 2013. Business. When it comes to business should be lawful business. It should not be illegal. Okay. Sharing profits or losses should be shared in the agreed ratio. In case of no agreement for profit and profit or losses, sharing of profit or losses, it should be shared equally. Okay. There should be an agreement. Agreement can be oral or written, but there should be an agreement. Registration of agreement is optional. It is not necessary for the partnership firm to register their agreement with the register of stamps department. Registration with stamps department. Okay. Separate legal entity. There is no separate legal entity. What is separate legal entity? In simple terms, separate legal entity means owner and the entity are not one and the same. Separate legal entity means owner and entity are not one and the same. Okay. When it comes to partnership, owner and the entity are one and the same. So there is no separate legal entity. For companies, there will be separate legal entity concept. Yes. Why? Because that is the reason why government left Vijay Mallya to go out of India. Why? Because he is claiming that my company had made the debts but not me, as per the separate legal entity concept. That's why they are giving some reliefs to the Vijay Mallya, who is in London. And when it comes to liability, the liability of partnership is unlimited. When it comes to the company or any body corporate, the liability will be limited. Why limited? Their liability will be limited to the number of shares that the person has taken from the company. Like if he has applied for 10,000 shares and the face value of the share is 10, then the liability of that person who has purchased shares from the company is it is 1 lakh. And when it comes to partnership firm, the liability is unlimited. If the firm has occurred more losses, the share of loss for the partner will also be more. Minor, yes, minor can be admitted as a partner in the partnership firm, but only for profits. Okay, he can't be considered when the firm incurred losses. Means if the firm incurred losses, the share of loss will not be shared to minor partner. He is admitted only for profits. Principal agent relationship. uh, Principal agent relationship, you have to concentrate more on this. What is principal agent relationship means? In partnership firm, every partner can act as principal to other partner as well as agent to the other partner and the agent to the firm. When it comes to limited liability partnership, it will be like partners can act only as agents to the firm, but the partners cannot act as principals or agents to the other partners. I think you have understand better, but uh, if you have any doubts, please ping me in the comment section. I will explain this point later on if you have any doubts. Mutual understanding, there should be mutual understanding between among the partners. It is important in the partnership firm. Okay, I want to give some clarity regarding body of individuals, association of persons and partnership in a simple way. Why? Because many of the people are getting confused now in finding the difference between the BOA, AOP and partnership. See, these three are associate, like some persons come together to do something. What is the difference? Body of individuals, see, body of individual objective is earning some income. Okay, but in the body of individuals, only individuals can take part, like members are only the individuals. When it comes to association of persons is all about for some mutual benefit or common purpose. It is not about earning some income. It's all about mutual benefit or common purpose. Let's take an example, like if there is an apartment. In the apartment, all family members, all the family heads will come together and form an association, and they will contribute some amount every month for the maintenance of the building or for the maintenance of lifts, etc. They'll create that association for mutual benefit. That's common purpose. Building maintenance, lift maintenance is all about mutual benefit. Everyone understood. And in the association of persons, individuals can be the members, and legal entities also kind of like another like you can another association of person, AOP, BOI or company can be the members. Like anything legal entity, if it is a legal entity, they can be the members of the AOP. When it comes to the partnership, it is to form a business and to share profits or losses. Okay, yes, we have read in the definition, which was defined in section 4 of the Indian Partnership in 1932. Who can be the members of the partnership? It is important here. It is important. Why? Because we are talking about partnership accounts. Individuals can be the member partners of the partnership firm. Separate legal entities, not legal entity. Legal entity means association of person is the legal entity. Body of individual is the legal entity. Separate legal entity means what I have already said. The company, yes, the owner and the entity should not be one and the same. Those are the separate legal entities. Like here, legal entities like AOP and BOA can't be the members of the partners of the partnership firm, but company can be the partner of the partnership firm. LLP, another LLP can be the partner of the partnership firm. Understood? Next, see, these are the stuff you need not to study, like you need not to study, like main clause in partnership deed, like what you will include in partnership deed. Actually, I will um, I will keep the link of a partnership deed which I did with the stamps and registration department. Like I have made a partnership agreement recently. I will ping it in the description. Just see the how typically a partnership agreement will be. I have prepared and I have registered with the stamps and registration department. See, just see, don't try to study this thing. Like in a partnership, generally we'll talk in a partnership uh, agreement. What will include? Tell me first. What will include? Like things like, first, what are the partners, names of the partnership, we will include names of the partnership as a one class. Next, what is it, what is the firm name. Next, what is the objective of the firm, like, and objective, like business objective, like see, give you an example. Like I will give you an example. Like some people AB has entered into a food business, like food business. Like first, first you have to write the name of the partners, then name of the firm, like AB Foods. Uh, like next, duration of business. Generally, if the partnership agreement doesn't like if we don't include the clause what is the duration, then it means it is at will. At will, like for the at will, when the partners want to quit, they can quit, otherwise it will go for the lifelong. Like commencement of business, what is the date, capital introduced, how much A introduced and how much B introduced, rights and duties of partners, like all the partners, whether all the partners have the equal rights, or some of in some situations all the partners have equal rights, and some situations only the managing partners or active partners will get the rights, agreeing. Like profit sharing ratio, what is the profit sharing ratio? If nothing is mentioned in the agreement, the profit sharing ratio should be equal. Salary to the partners, that is remuneration to the partners who are actively working in the firm. Interest on capital, or on the capital introduced by the partners, how much interest is allowed. Generally, interest on capital is considered as 12%. Why? Because as per section 40B of the Income Tax Act 1961, deduction for the interest on capital is only 12%. If you have allowed more than, like if you have given 20%, but income tax deductions as per the Income Tax Act, the deduction under section 40 clause B is allowed only up to the 12 percentage. That's why many of the people will tell interest on capital will be only 12%, but you can allow more, but deduction will not be available. Interest on loan to the firm, like if a partner has given some loan to the firm, the partner in case of no agreement, the partner is entitled for a interest of 6%. Okay. Preparation of accounts and their audit. Okay, these are the class. See, never try to study these classes. Why? Because these are very common classes. If you are typically, if you try to prepare a partnership agreement, it is very easy. And generally, just try to understand what you will include in the partnership agreement. Like simply, if somebody, if you get a question in your examinations, if a examiner asks you to write these points, like what are the main class in the partnership, if you are able to write 6 to 7 points, he will award 4 marks, not more than 4 marks you will get a question. Just name of the partners, name of the firm, commencement of business, duration of business, amount of capital introduced, mutual rights and duties of partners, profit sharing ratio, salary to working partners, interest on capital, interest on drawings, interest on loan to firm, preparation of accounts and their audit. I don't think no one will get a question on this thing, but one should learn these things. Okay. This is very important. This is you can get a question from this, like in the options of partnership deed, what are the rules in the options of a partnership deed? Many you will get practical questions, you will get in you will get adjustments. When you are preparing admission, retirement, this type of sums, you will get adjustments. This may contain these adjustments. You can get a question from this also. Rules in the absence of partnership deed. When there is no partnership, profits or losses should be shared equally, and no salary to the working partners. In case of no agreement, some partners are working hard but they won't get salary. No salary to working partners. No interest on capital. Remember, no interest on capital. No interest on drawings. 6% interest on loan to the partners. Remember well, like they will give a question, and in the last lecture there is no agreement, and partner A is entitled claims here. Partner A claiming that he should receive a interest on capital 12%. They'll tell like that. In case of no agreement, don't provide any interest on capital. Okay, but what is the note here? I wrote a note here. See, in case of profits, if all the partners decides here he is working very hard, he is working for 10 hours every day, you better give him a salary, or he is working hard. In that cases, they can give salary to that working partner, but only in case of profits. And interest on capital also. Interest on capital, why interest on capital? All they are the partners, they have introduced the capital. If they decided they want to take some interest on capital, they can, but only in case of profits. In case of losses, they can't take in case of losses. Then when coming to this is the thing you have to know, but don't study, you won't get a question. This is also very easy. What are the parts of the partners? Very simple. Are buying or selling of goods, receiving payments, drawing checks, borrowing money, opening bank account, acquisition of immovable property, engaging servants. When you get these type of questions, you will never get these type of questions, but when you get this question, very like you have to think very generally. If you are a partner of a partnership, what you will do, what you can do, you will do, you have on behalf of the, like buying and selling of goods on behalf of the firm, receiving payment on behalf of the firm, drawing checks on behalf of the firm, borrowing money on behalf of the firm. What you get into the mind, you write. In 90% what you write will be the correct. Why? Because there are many points you can include here. Okay, like engaging servants, acquisition of immovable property. What you write on behalf of the firm, you write like that, you will get. Like I'll take an example, then you will understand much better. See, no agreement. Yeah, no agreement situation. Here is the no agreement situation. These are the 5 points you have to consider. You consider this. Profit sharing ratio equally, no salary, no interest on capital, no interest on drawings, 6% on loan to the 6% on loan to the partners. Okay, like when a partner is given loan to the firm, he is entitled for 6% in case of no agreement. Like period January 1, 19, 31st December. Capital increase 40 and 10,000. A advanced loan. Yes, he has given loan to the firm 20,000 on July 1st. Okay, profit 50,600. A is claiming that 10% capital, 10% on capital and loan. See, when there is no agreement, there is no interest on capital. This point is removed, and he is claiming 10% loan. Yeah, when there is no agreement, then highest interest on loan is 6% to the partners. Oh, this claim is stricken out. PSR capital ratio. He is asking PSR capital ratio. Yeah, no agreement, equally no capital ratio. Claim is rejected. What is P's claim? PSR equally. Yes, it can be. No agreement, PSR equally. Accepted. Remuneration 1,000 per month. No, yeah, no salary. No salary as per the rule in the absence of partnership. No salary. Claim rejected. 6% on capital and loan. 6% on loan is accepted. 6% capital is not accepted. Why? Because there is no agreement. Answer. So, no interest on capital. No remuneration to partners. 6% interest on loan to the A. Why? Because A only advanced 20,000. A only advanced 20,000. B hasn't given any loan to the firm, because A can get 6% interest on loan. So 20,000 on 20,000, 6%, 6 months. He has given loan on July 1st. That's why 6 months. This 600. PSR equal. So profit. What is the profit? 50,600 less interest on loan 600, and net profit is 50,000. A share is 50%, 25,000, 25,000. And see another example. Example 2 is A and B, C. A, B and C are partners. Profit sharing ratio is 2:3:5. Capital introduced 15 lakhs, 30 lakhs, 60 lakhs. Interest on capital 10%. Fine, superb. But 12% created. It is mistake. Extra 2% should not be credited. Should be credited as per the PSR, not as per the interest on capital. So we have to rectify that. See, first interest at the rate 12%. It should have be created with 10%, but created with 12%. Yes. So created how much? 12,60,000 in total. But it should be created with 10,50,000. Okay. How much excess of interest created? 12% minus 10%. 30,000 excess created. 60,000 excess created. 1,20,000 excess created. Total 2,10,000. This should not be created as per interest on capital, like capital ratio. It should be created as per profit sharing ratio. It is a profit. Okay. So that entire 2,10,000 excess amount we have distributed as per profit sharing ratio. How much it came? 40,000, 63,000 and 1,05,000. Initially extra 30,000 is created to A's account. It should be created with 40,000, but it was less credited, means 12,000 etc. it should be created again. Yes, he should be he has created with 60,000, but originally as per profit sharing ratio he should be created 63,000. 3,000 extra it should be created. No, he has created with, C has created with 1,20,000. Originally he should be created with 1,05,000 only. Extra 15,000 he should be debited to give net effect. Understood? See, journal entry, rectification entry, capital account, which is C's capital account, debtor 15 to A's capital account to B's capital account. Interest excess credited, now rectified. Rectification entry we have passed. Okay. If you have any doubts with regard to examples or any other topic, you can comment in the comment section. I will surely help you with the explanation. Thanks for watching this video, and in the next video we will go with the P&L appropriation account, fluctuating capital account, fixed capital account, current capital account, revaluation account, memorandum revaluation account, realization account, in a very easy way and in a very less time, and you will surely like that video. Thanks for watching this video. Please share, comment and share.